All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Let's talk football episode 32, I want to say. Wildcard weekend. If you're watching this post live, sit back, relax, enjoy the show. We're going to be going through it. Philly, San Francisco just concluded. My Green Bay Packers broke my heart last night. Unbelievable. Truly unbelievable. But we'll go, I guess we'll give it a minute here. If you're watching this live, post live, if you wouldn't mind hitting that like button, goes a very long way. The Packers, man, now we're kind of waiting and seeing if Matt LaFleur is going to be fired. The Packers, ever since the Super Bowl win, last 15, 16 years, it's been these playoff defeats every year, and it sucks every single time. And when it's to the Chicago Bears of all teams, it really sucks. But I do take some type of relief in the sense of Caleb Williams is a really good quarterback. Losing to like Mitch Trubisky was, that sucked. Jay Cutler, such an enigma. Losing to him sucked. Grossman. But Caleb Williams, one heck of a QB. We got Los Angeles, New England pulling up here in about a half hour. We got some people in here. Chargers. How are you feeling for that game, James? All right, let's see what we can do. We'll start it off yesterday. I'll go top to bottom. I'm going to pull up something for you guys to see, hopefully. Los Angeles, Carolina, which was actually a really fun football game. And we talked about, I made a Panthers video on that, I think Friday night, saying this game should be a little close. And that's exactly what ended up happening. But let's see here. Hope you guys are all having a good weekend. I really wanted the Jaguars to win today. I really wanted the Panthers to win. All right, Los Angeles, Carolina was a really entertaining football game. The Rams got off right away, red hot start. And I think we should have the NFC playoffs. Now, if anyone knows that off the top of your head, if you wouldn't mind throwing that in the comments, because we should have the NFC playoffs now. And I really wanted the Panthers to win. They were 10.5-point dogs. It looks like it ended up being 10-point dogs. And they beat them week 13-ish of the regular season in Charlotte. And Bryce Young, I came away really impressed by Bryce Young, 21 of 40, 264, touchdown, interception, and a rushing touchdown. He's obviously not I feel like Bryce Young and Caleb Williams are two completely different quarterbacks, clearly. But Bryce Young is a great option. Good buy low on the player option. Nice contract extension. You can win games. You can win divisions. We just saw, I know they went 8-9, but you can win divisions with Bryce Young. And they're capable of winning a playoff game. So fully expect some tight end to be picked up. I fully expect some wide receiver to be picked up because Tedoroa, 5 catches, 81. Jalen Coker, Coke Addicts, 9 catches, 134 and a touchdown. Those are dogs. Tet's already a star, and Xavier Legette, 1 catch, 8 yards. It was just a horrible sophomore campaign. It was a horrible freshman season, and he's officially a 2-year. His first 2 seasons have been a complete and utter bust. As a former Gamecock, very disappointed and absolutely hate it. Where's this one? Let's see here. Los Angeles, they've got a great roster. I don't talk too much Los Angeles Rams. They did look pretty rattled there. And the fourth quarter was just some great football. We've had 5 now? No, 4. Yeah, we've had 4 phenomenal endings to all games up until San Francisco winning that. I got to pull on the Chargers game. Chargers-Pats. Every team prior to just now was trailing ended up winning the game at the 2-minute warning. All right. And then the game of the year, unarguably, the Green Bay Packers versus Chicago Bears. 21-3 at halftime. I honestly felt pretty decent in the sense of I was, Matt LaFleur, when he's got a lead, it's one of those infuriating things only if you're a Packers fan, you probably know. They didn't win a single football game without Micah Parsons and Tucker Kraft and a whole laundry list of excuses. No Tucker Kraft, no Zach Tom, no Micah Parsons. The injuries were really adding up. Diggs ended up playing one defensive snap, and it was on third down. It was early on in the football game, and he effed up immediately, and that was his one lone snap for Green Bay. And I knew immediately watching that. I was like, what the hell was Diggs doing on that? They didn't say anything on the announcement other than that was his first possession as a Packer. And so, yeah, injuries were just a huge pain. I saw somebody tweet out saying the Lions and the Packers got a lot of soul searching to do this offseason, and that's so true. But 25 points in the fourth quarter, it's unexcusable. I heard, I believe it was Theo Ash saying he compared, he's a Packers fan too. I love Matt LaFleur. Packers fans wanted Matt LaFleur gone all season. Some have wanted him gone for seasons. And I've always been a huge advocate for LaFleur. And I still am. But what he was saying was it's kind of like a recipe where sometimes you got to make some tweaks and you got to make some adjustments. And it might be time for Green Bay to make an adjustment. I'm not sure who the go-ahead coach would be. I like Harbaugh, and I know Harbaugh is the highly sought-after head coach right now, but I've always liked Jim better. I've always liked, the San Fran team and Michigan, and now obviously Los Angeles here tonight. I just don't really know, like Harbaugh over LaFleur, which I guess this is a clown on take, but I like LaFleur. And if you're going head coach, I would prefer to be more innovative, and I kind of have a feeling they're going to keep Matt. I've kind of got a feeling they're going to keep Matt LaFleur. Health was just a huge issue, but Caleb Williams is a beast, and it's just so clear. And I've made so many Bears. I kind of stopped making Bears videos in the last month or two because it's getting a little too close. And then last night I couldn't even bring myself to make a video on any topic. I've always been an advocate of Caleb Williams because even his rookie season, if I'm not mistaken, so they say, box score watchers, keep stats and analytics with a grain of salt. And then there's now a bunch of DVOA, and there's a bunch of just super advanced analytical metrics, especially for quarterbacks. And I'm a little old school in the sense of I believe Caleb's rookie season was 20 touchdowns and 5 interceptions. If I'm mistaken, it was 20 touchdowns and 6 interceptions. It was one or the other. And this season, once again, if I'm not mistaken, I understand his completion percent was horrible. I think it was around 58. Caleb Williams had 27 touchdowns throwing, 7 interceptions. I mean, he's a good QB. He can be a little erratic at times, which is exactly what was kind of one of the biggest draws about him at USC. And he's just one heck of a quarterback. The Iceman nickname, I think it's awesome. I think it's a great nickname. I was going to say, I don't know if it fits him 10 out of 10. It's more of a 9 out of 10, but it's a badass nickname for Caleb. And we got 2 chats in here. Let's pick these up. Thank you guys for watching. Hit that like button as always. Gonna move forward, hopefully with 2 of these in the off season. I love, you've kind of got a whole month off of February, and then free agency starts so soon. Then you've got the draft. Really only June and July are super slow. Jordan Love, 24, 46, 323, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions. He did a great job. He almost threw a touchdown to Christian Watson. I really wish Christian Watson made an attempt to catch that football. Ben Johnson he's a literal psycho. and I mean that with the highest respect. He is a psychopath, and it's just got to be awesome to be a Bears fan right now. All my friends and family are Bears fans. I owe my uncle $100 for that loss last night, and they won the division. And as of now, it goes through Caleb and Chicago, and I hate it. And I'm really sick of these. I've done 3 live streams the day after the day of Packers playoff losses 2 years ago against San Fran. That one sucked. Any loss against San Fran in the playoffs for Green Bay sucked. And last year, honestly, was not bad compared to last night. A loss against Philly that would go on to make the playoff or win the Super Bowl. All right. Buffalo, Jacksonville, huge damn shame. Although I do like Josh Allen. I was really hoping Jacksonville was going to come away with this. Couple of costly interceptions for Trevor Lawrence. They kind of abandoned the run game. Bashal Tutin, 4 carries for 51 yards. Let me see if you guys can see this. I believe all those were in the first half. Bashal Tutin was running pristine in one of their first half drives towards the end of the half, and they kind of abandoned it in the second half. They held Buffalo to 79 rushing yards on 26 attempts. That's 3 yards per carry. They got burnt on short yardage situations. 2 of 2 on fourth down efficiency, 7 of 14 for Buffalo. Jacksonville out-yardaged them by 20, had more yards per play by over 1. And the clear difference maker was the quarterbacks, Josh Allen and Trevor Lawrence. Obviously, the Jacksonville season is a huge, massive, unbelievable success. So when it works, you're Ben Johnson. When it doesn't work, you're Liam Cohn. These guys going for it on fourth downs, it's crazy. It is crazy. Some of these short yardage situations, Buffalo handed Jacksonville the football. They didn't score any points. They got 4 and out in the red zone. Catastrophic. I was really hoping Cam Little was going to have an opportunity at the end of the game, but Lawrence, first play of the possession, throws a pick to Bishop. Parker Washington has been a huge success. So you get the owner, you get the GM, you got the head coach, you got the coordinators. Phenomenal work by Jacksonville. Another good draft class, I'm sure, is on their way. A healthy Travis Hunter, a extended Jacoby Myers, Brian Thomas Jr. Hopefully that was just a sophomore slump. ETN's hitting the free agent market. I'm going to believe ETN had a great season for him, and I believe they're going to move on. Just the way running backs go, and I'll be curious to see what they do. 26 years old for ETN. But Tutin had a really nice, intriguing rookie season out of Virginia Tech. But I really wanted them to pull that off. But Buffalo, man. I like the Packers more, but still had to smile seeing all those happy Bears fans. They've been starved. They've been starved for so long. I like that clip of the dad hugging the kid. We got duped with the whole storybook, the snow, and then it ends up melting right before the game. But yeah, Chicago. So who is it? Who does Chicago play? They are the 2 seed, so it will be the Rams will play Seattle. Rams, Seahawks, Philly, Chicago. Off the top of my head. San Francisco, Philly, no skin in the game here. Really not a fan of either team, although I don't mind San Francisco now that Kaepernick and Jimmy are gone. Purdy still pisses me off, but I don't know. They lost 2 years ago. The kicking situation at Green Bay still, oh my God. It's a whole can of worms. There are so many critiques I could sit here and complain about for the Green Bay Packers. I don't know how Rich still has a job. Their special teams coach. It's unbelievable. San Fran, Philly, I'm surprised that they were able to stop them. 13 points in the fourth quarter. Honestly, pretty much the type of game you'd exactly expect. Jalen Hurts, 20 of 35, 168 passing, touchdown, no picks. Dallas Goedert had a rushing touchdown. Barkley got hurt for a little bit. George Kittle, I believe I don't know if it's confirmed towards Achilles. That looks to be what happened, which is horrible. I hope his career is not over as he's getting up there in age. And I mean, damn, dude, they're definitely going to be missing him. Oh, my God. I just operated that whole sequence assuming Philly won. So San Francisco is in and not Philly. So now it's Seattle versus San Fran and Chicago versus, oh my God, am I stupid? The Rams. Chicago versus the Rams and San Francisco, Seattle. Interesting. What's up, Chris? Rams, Panthers, Packers, Bears was a movie. Yes, it was. All right. And now we have, oh, wow, we've still got a ton of time. It's only been 16 minutes. No, oh, I had some stuff I wanted to pull. Let me go to it. A lot of fourth downs. I'm on the wrong Twitter. All right, here, I'm just going to pull it up on my phone. Oh, I didn't even finish my point about Jacksonville, but just got to, oh, I guess I kind of did. Just got to keep improving. Damn, I really didn't, I thought I had a bunch of stuff to do. But the huge shift in this year's playoffs have been head coaches wanting fourth downs, touchdowns, winning football games, not kicking field goals has been the trend. We're officially done with the NFC. And we got New England as 3.5-point favorites, 39 degrees at kickoff. Tomorrow it looks like snow in Pittsburgh. And yeah. That's about all we had. And Alex Bregman is officially a Chicago Cub. Hell yeah. Well, thank you all for watching, tuning in. A little rapid reaction to what we've seen in the wild card. I'll see you guys in a couple of days and been making some videos as well. So thank you for watching. We'll see you soon. Peace.